Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to answer a question that I actually had from a viewer of one of my last videos asking about the mount adapter settings in the IQ menu on the Fuji X-T4. Now before we jump into the menu, thanks everybody for watching. I always appreciate the comments and the questions that are coming in. I'm happy to answer them in videos. So if you have a question after watching this one about anything about the Fuji system, please let me know, leave a comment below, happy to answer it for you. So mount settings, basically you'll see in your camera, we'll jump into the menu in a second. In the IQ setting, way down on the third page, there's a setting that will adjust the lens mount settings for both the camera and for movie settings. Now, what that is when you're using a lens on your camera that is not number one, not a Fuji branded lens, but more likely a manual lens. So an older lens that you're possibly adapting to use on your Fuji system. You'll notice on the Fuji system, there is on the back of the lens, there's some little contacts and that will connect when you connect it to your camera. What that will do, that will transfer all of the information about this lens onto your camera. So when you're taking pictures, it knows what the focal length is, it knows all the information off of the lens. And that will get transferred into, if you're looking, for example, at your photograph on the, afterwards in Lightroom, for example, you will see all the, it's called XF data, all of the XF data from the lens and camera listed, so you'll know exactly what lens you use to take the picture. Now, where that's a problem is on like a manual lens with manual focus and no autofocus or anything like that, there's no contacts connecting to the camera. And what that will do is there's just no information that is getting transferred to your camera body. And in the case of the X-T4 on here, it has the it's called IBIS, in-body image stabilization, and it's not giving any information from the lens to know what size of lens is on the camera. So your in-body image stabilization will be a little bit off, especially if you're using it with the movie function. That's when you'll notice it just will not be as stable. So with this setting, you want to go in when you're mounting a manual lens on your camera. You'll want to go in and select what lens you're putting on there and the focal length, and you can actually go in and name it. And so if you're changing lenses, you can have that selection, because if you name it, you put the correct focal length in, all that information, because you're doing it manually, will get put over into the XF data, so you'll be able to see that in Lightroom after. So let's jump into the menu here and you'll see how we can adjust this. So you're going to want to hit the middle menu button to take you into the menu system, and it's right on the top. The first setting is the IQ setting, and you're going to want to scroll down to page 3. And it's very, very bottom. So it's got the photo symbol and the movie symbol. So we're adjusting settings for both movie and stills. We're gonna hit menu OK. It's set up for 21 millimeters. I don't have the 21 millimeter lens on my camera. I have the standard Fuji kit lens on my camera, but it's gonna the settings, if you're putting on a Fuji lens, it's gonna override all these settings, so you don't have to worry about changing anything if you have a Fuji lens mounted on your camera. So we're gonna hit OK, and this is gonna give us, there's 6 options that are kind of built in to the system. So we've got a 21, 24, 28, 35, 50, 75. We can change these to any setting we want. Now let's do the lens 1. We would hit menu OK, middle button, and you're gonna have focal length setting option and the edit name lens section to edit. There is a couple other ones you can see here: distortion correction, color shading correction, and the peripheral illumination correction. These are if you're using a Fuji M mount lens with the M mount adapter. These will show up if you're putting those lenses on your camera. So we can go in now and we can actually select. You can basically input any focal length that you want to do. You just matter of adjusting. You would hit OK, and that's going to be set. Now you can also go in and set your lens name. So if you have a certain brand that you want to basically remember what it is, one of the popular ones is Rokinon. You could put in, it's just a matter of going through the alphabet and adding your lens name. You would hit OK to save that if you wanted, and then it's saved on your setting there. So with that, you will bring all of the information that you save on there. It'll put it all into the XF data. Your IBIS will work properly, and you are off to the races with a manual lens on your Fuji camera. Thanks so much for watching. More than happy to answer anybody else's questions. If you do have a question or comment, leave me one down below in the comment section. It's great to have everybody following along. I'm learning the Fuji system with you. I'm coming over from the Sony system, learning as we go here, learning new things every day. Hopefully you are too. Until my next video, you can check out this one. And thanks for watching, everybody.